So,
well, my question is, what's going to keep just, I mean, 5,000 tax credit, if you're buying your own personal insurance, that's going to buy you, like, 5 months of insurance, basically, and then you're out of money again, and I don't really see that as being a permanent solution to the problem, unless he's giving it every year, but even then, that wouldn't really do it. On top of that, what's going to keep the insurance companies from just sort of, raising their prices?
Right.
That's my question.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, that's all. Like when we talk about gas prices, all right. Say back when it was $4 a gallon. I'm happy we can actually say back when.
It's down now.
Yeah. They were saying, well, the government, they should just lower the state taxes and the federal taxes on gasoline. Mm-hmm. But the argument was, well, what's going to keep the oil companies or the gas stations from just keep the prices where they were? They don't have to put them down if they don't want to.
Yeah.
Luckily, oil has become cheaper, and the area around me, there's actually gas wars going on. So all these different gas companies are kind of competing, which is really nice to see.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I was just going to say what you were saying. I think if they would probably lower the prices if the oil became cheaper just because competition. But
right,
because it would be so attractive to get cheaper gas. But anyway,
right.
You already said that, so never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if I'd really pin a winner on this one, especially. I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't. McCain definitely needed to win this one.
That's what everyone said about the last. That's what everyone said about the last one too. I mean, these last two debates were supposed to be his debates basically, because first one was foreign relations, and this one was the one the town hall he's supposed to be really good at.
Yeah, but no one's really picked up the ball. No one's really picked up that ball and ran into the end zone yet. We haven't seen anything that great happen at these debates, which is kind of odd.
Hey, Mike.
Which is kind of odd. So
I think your mouth is too close to it.
Sorry.
There you go.
Hear me now? Right.
Yeah, you sound robotic. It's weird.
Yeah. Do you have phlegm?
Yeah, it could be that. I just need to drink some water. Go ahead, Tom.
No. I know it's definitely a robotic sound.
It's a robot. It's definitely robotic. Yeah.
You're definitely a robot.
All right.
He is awesome.
And I was wondering what Obama planned to do with small businesses when it came to health care. And I was like, that's a really good point, I thought, at the time McCain was making with how is Obama going to find these small businesses that can barely afford health insurance. And actually, it says on fact check, Obama's plan exempts small businesses. I would love to know how much, I guess, what do you define small business then?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's people who make under $250,000 a year or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That sounds right.
That seems to be the cutoff for everything Obama's doing is the $250,000 and up.
Yeah, it's $250.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
So,
I was amazed at how much hullabaloo there was over McCain referring to Obama as that one.
Oh my God, that was so ridiculous if you ask me.
I did not understand why people got so up in arms over that.
Yeah. I was actually more offended by the, I doubt you even know who Fannie Mae is, Just the whole comment to the female African-American person, which I know that has nothing to do with it. I'm just being stupid.
No, I got you.
But I thought that was funny how he was like, you probably didn't know who Fannie Mae was before this whole, or what Fannie Mae was. Fannie Mae, not a person.
You didn't know who that one was.
Yeah.
That one.
And frankly, as a descendant of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, I was a little offended by that.
I would imagine.
That was all I had to say.
I like how there was that, 3 seconds of dead air.
Yeah. Dead air. Yeah, this is the thing. We need to, I wish we could have music somehow on this, but...
Like sound effects?
Yeah, that too, but just music playing in the background. Just because when you have the dead air moments, it doesn't make it seem so bad.
Right. Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't. you need to move down to New York, Dave. You just all need to do it out of the same location. Just get a bunch of mics and do it all in the same room. We could probably do the music then that way.
I'll see what I can do about that.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess the Dems in Congress are already planning an Obama win, which I'm going to call it right now for Obama, but who knows what's really going to happen since the race is
really
close.
don't.
I mean, well, of course they're going to say because they're the Dems, so.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's just they're planning. Like that's the thing. Like they're not even. It's not just a speculation. They're planning on doing different things now. So I don't know.
Well, it doesn't really. Well, like what different can they do than they would be if a Republican can't?
I think maybe they're just probably. I would assume that they're planning different legislation that they're going to want to propose that Obama will be able to sign into law.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to depend on the other, the other people in Congress, though. Who else is going to be, if they're going to be reelected, if there's still going to be a democratically controlled Congress.
Right. Which it probably will, but again, who knows? Politics is weird that way.
Yeah, you're weird that way.
I mean, again, I highly doubt that the reps will really take it back, this year. But who knows?
It is a bad year to be a rep.
It's a bad year to be a rep.
I just hope that people don't become complacent. All the Obama lovers become complacent after if Obama gets elected and not critical.
Yeah,
that's what I'm kind of nervous about.
Like, what do you mean?
Just because there's so much, like you're saying, the Messiah kind of thing behind Obama that, people aren't going to be criticizing him when he gets in the office.
Well, I think after these debates, I really, like after watching him give speeches, you sort of get that charged sort of feeling. It's almost like a Kennedy-esque feeling when he's giving a speech.
Oh, God, I get so high off of Kennedy.
Yeah, you get high off of it. But in the debate situations, it's like I'm not as impressed at all. It's interesting.
Yeah, these guys have everything to gain too. Like it's so interesting because this is like we said before, this is the first time that an incumbent's not running. So in probably 50, 60 years. So to see these guys kind of like I don't know, they're not really. There's no lightning. There's no oomph in their step. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be weird. And the thing that I'm going to go insane. Say McCain does win. If people just say, well, Obama lost based on race, like that is going to fucking drive me insane.
Yeah.
I don't think it could. It.
What?
I wouldn't say it. I think it's just a stupid thing to say.
Right.
He's not going to lose based on race.
Yeah, it couldn't be his policies that people disagreed with. It couldn't be his inexperience that they would disagree with. It's got to be his race. And I'm not saying that all of them are saying it, but there are definitely a number of congressmen and women and pundits out there that are starting to point that finger out there. It's just
Wow.
That shit just blew my mind. So.
Did anyone catch the new Chris Rock special on HBO?
No, I don't have it. Why? How was it?
He has a new. It just came out a couple weeks ago. It was on HBO, one of his stand-up specials, and he talked about politics a bit. And it was really great. And one of his bits on Obama was, about exit polls and how when white people vote for Obama or say they're going to vote for Obama, the analysts say, oh, well, they listened to him, they like what he had to say, and they really feel that he spoke to their issues. And when black people say that they're voting for Obama, it's, well, they black, he black, makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
And Chris Rock is like, well, no, it can't possibly be because they actually listen to the issues and agree with him. Good.
Right. Yeah, it's just...
He's brilliant.
If that was true, they would have voted for Alan Keyes.
Yep.
But, yeah, just a lot of political jokes, as usual, with Chris Rock, which I always enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
He normally doesn't do that much political humor. I think this is, though, I thought in his last kind of specials.
He did a bit of political humor in his last special, too. Never Scared.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely done it in the past.
Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Maybe I should shut the hell up.
No, man, but it's